The Lord be with you. Reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. Jesus departed from there and came to his native place, accompanied by his disciples. When the Sabbath came, he began to teach in the synagogue. Many who had heard him were astonished. They said, "Where did this man get all this? What kind of wisdom has been given him? What mighty deeds are wrought by his hands? Is he not the carpenter, the son of Mary, and the brother of James and Joseph and Judas and Simon? And are not his sisters here with us?" They took offense at him. Jesus said to them, "A prophet is not without honor except in his native place, and among his own kin, and in his own house." So he's not able to perform any mighty deed there, apart from curing a few sick people by laying his hands on them. He was amazed at their lack of faith. The Gospel of the Lord. I invite you all to read chapter 12 of the book of Hebrews. Very interesting and very important for parents. Do we have any parents here? It's very difficult to strike the harmony between justice and mercy, love and discipline with your children. It's hard. But you have to strike a balance between those two extremes. The first reading today says that a father has to discipline his children, as God disciplines us. Father, mother, too, has to discipline their children. Otherwise, they're remiss in their obligation as parents. I noticed that all of you have 2 hands and 2 arms. Why? To hug your children and to spank them, right? Abrazar y dar nalgadas. Se habla español. Gotta embrace, have to spank. Well, let me tell you, one of the keys is this. Most parents, husband and wife, they're divided on this. They're not united, but they're divided on it. That's the problem. And in the Hispanic family, we have a lot of Hispanics here, even though your husband might be a macho, not nacho, but macho. Usually the woman is the disciplinarian more than the man. Right? We have a lot of Hispanics here, no? The husband is usually maybe hardworking and down to earth, but he doesn't want to get involved in the discipline. Therefore, the wife, the mother, has to do most of it. And I tell you that's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong, because children, the way they are, they're always going to look for the easiest one to be able to get as much as he or she can. So she'll go behind the back of the mother and ask the father if she could have this. And the mother would say no, but the father says yes. So the kids are, they're sharp. So in unity, there's strength. In unity, there's strength. And I think because of modern schooling, modern school says never to discipline the children. That's totally wrong. Now, should you give your children corporal discipline? There's a lot of opinions on this. A lot of opinions. I personally agree with it, but it has to be done in the right time, the right manner, the right intention, and in the right place. Okay? I think that corporal discipline can really be very useful if it's done in a proper manner. I'd like to tell you a personal anecdote in which I received a discipline, and I felt that it was very useful. My parents had two rules, and there's 9 of us, so it was a pretty big family. The two rules were these. Number 1 is that in our family, no lies. No lies. What happens if your children are liars? You can't trust anyone. You're always second guessing, is he telling the truth or is he telling a lie? You're always second guessing, you don't know, maybe yes, maybe no, and there's a constant tension. So my parents insisted, you gotta tell the truth. Own up to whatever you've done. The second rule was, are you listening? One word is obedience. You have to obey. Someone came from a foreign country and said, how interesting it is how in the United States parents obey the children. That was the observation, that the parents obey the children. It should be the other way around. Children should obey the parents. That's the 4th commandment. So here's a personal experience. When I was a child, I lived in New York. And my parents lived in West Nyack in Rockland County. And our house was a couple blocks away from the highway. Next time you're in New York is Route 59, if you want to visit Route 59. Okay? And when I was 7, my parents says, never cross the highway. Don't even put your foot on the highway. Why? They were not mean-spirited or violating my liberty as a child. It wasn't that. They didn't want me to be run over by a Mack truck and be turned into a human pancake. That's the reason why. So one day I was there, overlooking, I was doing a asphalt contemplation of Route 59. And there are 3 of us there. Me, my guardian angel, and the devil. And my guardian angel said, hey, don't do it. Obey your parents. The other one said, no one's here. No one's going to know. Just, the young people have that t-shirt, just do it. So guess who won? Chamuco. So what I did was this. Are you watching? I just wanted to feel what a highway was. Right away, I felt terrible. I went back to the house, and no one saw it except, my angel and the devil. But my parents didn't see it. But my conscience was bugging the heck out of me. As Shakespeare says in Macbeth, conscience doth make cowards of all of us. So I couldn't live with my guilty conscience. So I was sitting at the table and I said, Dad, Mom, I have to make a humble admission. I touched Route 59. So my dad looked at my mom and they both nodded. My dad said, okay, you know what that means? Not 3 Milky Way bars, no. 3 spankings. And they told Dad, come on, I told you the truth. No, 3. And my dad said, you're going to get a 3 spankings. My mom, you know, we have rules here, you have to obey. Then, now listen to the art of parenting now. My dad said, go up to your room and I'll see you in 10 minutes. Ah! 10 minutes was like 10 centuries, no? The longest 10 minutes in my life. I was there waiting, I was expecting, I was imagining, is he going to come quickly? Can I go like this? Can I maybe put a book, a bestseller, on the back in my pants? Can I maybe get him to do 2 rather than 3? And I heard the steps coming up, and my heart almost jumped out of my mouth. And he gave it to me. And that really hurt. And I couldn't sit down, I think, for about 6 or 7 hours. No, it really smarted. But that was the last time I ever disobeyed them, I think. The last time. Now, if my parents just were to have said, well, let it fly, I would have probably gone back and back and back, and probably run over by a Mack truck and be a flattened hamburger, no? So I invite all of us to meditate upon discipline. You parents, are you disciplining your children properly? Did you receive a good discipline from your children? And when God disciplines you through trials and crosses and setbacks, do you thank God? Do you thank God for the time that He disciplines you? And all the discipline of God is a way in which He says, I love you too much to allow you to be the way you are. You're not called to be disobedient. You're not called to be rebellious. You're called to be obedient Son of God. Amen.